Hey everybody. So yeah, I just finished a classic game, and then usually that means it's time to play a modern AAA game or something, and I looked at the landscape and I'm like, I don't care, like, at all. So I'm just gonna play another classic game back to back, so who gives a shit? No one can stop me. I write the rules so I can break them. So we're playing the infamous Star Fox Adventures today. Frequently listed as the worst, or at least I thought the worst Star Fox, but then I looked up lists of the ranked Star Fox games, and apparently there are often like 2 other games that are more faithful Star Fox games that are listed as worse than this one in many cases. Not that lists necessarily mean anything, but I just found that really interesting. I was like, oh shit, there's more maligning going on here than I thought. So I picked up a copy of this a few months back, and wow, right off the bat we have the Rareware style menu at the beginning where it scrolls around the room. That takes me back. So I'm coming at this from an interesting place because I'm kind of a fan of Star Fox himself, but not because I like any of his games, because I don't really like spaceship games. So I'm not a fan of the Star Fox franchise that's here to like compare it to Star Fox games and complain that it's not a proper Star Fox game and all that. My connection to Star Fox as a character comes from the fact that I was a Smash Brothers fan, and he was my favorite character in Smash Brothers 64. Super Smash Brothers? Was 64 even in the title of the original one? It was the first game in the series. I don't even remember actually. And then oh my god, then in fucking Smash Brothers Melee, he had his like his best visual design ever, and they gave him the rapid fire blaster and that ridiculous nothing personal kid like blue air dash attack that was so satisfying both to pull off and like just like the audio visual presentation of it. So like I'm like, yeah, this is great, this character's great, I love him. He's not actually out of place in my head as being a guy that does melee combat, even though that's like not the point of any of his games, but I know him from a fighting game franchise more than I know him from his own games. But aside from that, I have since become a fan of Zelda games, in part because Patreon is like, you're gonna play every single fucking one of them, and I do like the 3D Zeldas and all that, and I am a childhood fan of Rareware with the games Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie, and Jet Force Gemini on the Nintendo 64 being some of my favorite games of all time, and like my childhood favorites at the very least. Jet Force in particular is pretty flawed. So like a Rareware game and a game inspired by 3D Zeldas, like that is definitely something that interests me. This game's very old at this point. I think it's older than Wind Waker, so the only 3D Zeldas that were out at the time of its development were Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And as far as I can tell, the original game, Dinosaur Planet, started development before Ocarina of Time was even out. So originally they didn't even have a Zelda 3D blueprint to go off of, and it was just this like, supposed to be this wild, sprawling, no loading screens, open world adventure on the Nintendo 64, which I guess was kind of more possible then because being a cartridge game kind of meant they could get away with the lack of loading more, where disc games make the loading screens a little bit more mandatory, and that was just lost to time forever. But more recently, apparently the ROM came out for Dinosaur Planet, and maybe I'll take a look at that at some point in the future. As my understanding is that modders are currently trying to dig through it and like salvage as much content as they can, and also make it beatable, because I think right now you can't beat the game, or at least whatever last update I looked at was like there's no way to actually finish it. And they've also restored the original protagonist of the game, Sabre, into the game, because there was like this brown wolf character that was, I think, Crystal's brother or something, and so like it was supposed to be like these 2 characters, but then they just one day they showed Dinosaur Planet at E3 and they had like fucking statues and everything. Like it was a big, like very real game, not just like this weird rumor that I thought it was originally. Like there was a very known presence that had an E3 showing and everything, and physical props featuring the original characters. And then supposedly Shigeru Miyamoto suggested, what if that was a Star Fox game? And went and just inserted Star Fox and deleted the original protagonist of the game. So this is gonna be, this game has a weird legacy. But yeah, I'd just from a curiosity standpoint, I would love to see what the fuck was the deal with the original game if that ROM ever gets into a good state. From the depths of space, a girl named Crystal searches for the truth of her parents' death. Finding herself within a lost corner of the Lylat System, she Alright. Hope the rest wasn't important. Why though? Oh, here we go. Oh, I shoot spells, which I guess the pterodactyl just shoots fireballs out of its mouth and makes that one stock sound. And when he gets hit, he makes the eagle stock sound. Rare was my early exposure to just certain stock sounds happening way too much. Okay, it's hard. These are hard to avoid while firing, and I don't have a reticle. Shit. Am I doing good? Did I do it? Oh, there we go. That's better. I was in trouble there. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, why would you do that? Why would you fly into that? What is wrong with you? Stop it! Stop trying to die! Oh my god! Crystal, you jumped on the pterodactyl that has a death wish. Oh god, they're back. Somebody extinguished them or something. Ow, I hope I don't have a real health bar, because I'm in trouble. Oh. Oh god. I'm in trouble. It's actually really hard when you can't tell where you're aiming. Okay. Oh, are we about to find out why there's a roaring head on the front? Oh my god. Ah! That hit me! How do you even make that? How do you make a roaring head on the top? Okay, I guess the wing's probably a hitbox. Whew. I feel like it's gonna be pretty muddied by all the rain effects right now, probably, but I feel like I was able to get a pretty decent picture out of this. I'm running it on the Wii because the GameCube high-quality cables are elusive and expensive and often incompatible with your GameCube. I think he's done with your shit. Your adventure begins. As if to specifically explain that the part we did with the ship on a pterodactyl back was not adventure. Oh, I have to press A to continue. Another okay, so it's Zelda Z targeting, like make the camera snap behind you. If you listen carefully, you might be able to hear a voice. Try finding the source of that voice with the magic of stereo audio. Okay, so yeah, we have this set up. I can only imagine that really awkward exposition was definitely like, give me a ride, I'll tell you on the way. Because they were like here already when she started explaining everything. Look at them going around. That's actually a cool detail. And jump. I can roll. Cat. By pressing A, you're able to talk to me. When A appears again, check the display. I guess this is him talking. As this button can do many different things. I only have 2 memories of this game. One, it has a funny quirk in the dialogue that I'll remark upon when it happens. And 2, I actually don't remember playing this game. I remember I was playing this game at an El Dorado hotel room on a tiny TV that we had brought with us. My brother was watching the Crocodile Hunter movie on video on demand, and we were doing both at the same time in the same room because we had been abandoned by our parents. And I guess because they would go take us to Reno and then just fucking go gamble all day and leave us in the fucking hotel room. Like, that's parenting, I guess. And then in this case, we got in a big fight, and I guess we were making a bunch of noise that people complained about in the other rooms, and so our parents like gathered us up and fled the hotel, embarrassed. It's like that's my memory of Star Fox Adventures. It's not playing Star Fox Adventures. I don't remember anything about the game. I probably never beat it. I probably only played it that one time or something, but I had a copy of it back then. Unfortunately, all of my old video games were sold at garage sales over the years, so I had to reacquire one. Da-na-na-na. When you pick up an item, it will be placed in your C inventory. Press the C stick to see your inventory. Oh. There it is. Ooh. Some of the same stock sounds they use in Jet Force Gemini. They loved stock sounds, apparently, at Rare. Just skip right past doing any Foley or audio on their own. Just use exclusively publicly available audio libraries. Where is the locked door? Probably the back of the ship where I first went. Dead. Alright, you can get stuck there.
General Scales, Hiko, Kohud, Otaskuki, Eve Dinosaur Planet. Ud Neokraju, Ui Kimo Nekt.
Am deg kutsuho keivorik oi. Am edko kutsuho rosvejo evu tashkov zuk.
Utashkov Suk? Kiash Niko Kuduk, Ash Atashkov.
Keo cloudrunner kegt moyorik oi. Keo Olak General.
Moak. Aumdekulak. Ahiko Ilokio, Mudu Tadijwi Kiaro. Kiok. Ash Neo Amit Hiko Kutsash Kudok Nakivu. Ikianojo. Kio Vik Oknuj Kokeva Wika Wok Mo. Uetuoki se Kodwo Mo. Kia Chajdekelu! Edu Su Tavuk! General Scales!
Rotzesb General. Moro dop kemo.
Kia Chajdekelu!
Poshvat keo yezo ev keo tashkov jeduk. Anito avgiash as neo keo tashkuf shoduk ash sematvem.
Kia Gach Kio Krazoa Palace! Avue! We are Jato! Rolo Suvik! Kia Kakio! Tajweej Mek Joshut Kuso!
Brazoa Palace. Why are they like this? I don't understand. So that was the dialogue thing. G dun 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 dun. It's like fucking Jabba the Hutt dialogue, and then General Scales. It's even more confusing because General Scales, the first thing you hear from him is General Scales before he says anything else about himself. So when he switches to the confusing language, it's actually a surprise because his first two words are just General Scales. Why is his name English words? And Krazoa doesn't even sound like one of their words either, because that fucking pterodactyl's just saying that fucking every word is 1 or 2 syllables, and there's a really specific tempo to all of it. So even Krazoa sounds like an interruption. So you're like, Krazoa Palace! It's like, why is it called Krazoa Palace? Why? I don't understand. When you want to save your game, you must have a memory card inserted into slot A. Thank you. Alright. Wow, they're explaining the concept of menus to me. That's some next level stuff right there. Hello. No. How do I actually save? That's concerning. Is there supposed to be a save option there? Uh-oh. I might be in trouble. Are they telling me these are full of hearts? Or is that a targeting system? This is a fuel barrel generator. It has been left here by General Scales, who uses the fuel to power his Sharp Claw army. They like to use compound words with a set, or is it even a compound word at that point? But they just mash 2 words together and capitalize the second one, despite putting them in 1 word together. That was like the Windrunner earlier. Also, General Scales is like, I'm not evil, but also I self-identify as a tyrant, a thing that not evil people do. Each time you use a barrel, another one will be generated in this location. Yep, it is called a barrel generator. So where's the barrel? Oh god, he's coming for me. I really could use that, is this a... Okay, so this also works like the Z targeting button does. Does it lock onto people though? No. A King Earthwalker sent it, there it is again. Sent us to protect Krazoa Palace. It's not safe for you here. If you find yourself in danger, press the roll button. A lot of fourth wall breaking for the controls. When the C-stick's displayed, you can use an item from your inventory. There we go. It's good. There's another stock sound. I love how consistent they are about it. Would you like to eat the explosive barrel, sir? Oh, it exploded on you. That was a joke, but then it happened. And then you made the that other stock sound that's like vaguely bull sounding or cow sounding. Okay, so now they generate here. Yeah. Not a great throw. Just gonna get rid of the jellyfish real quick. Don't need him around. Nut. A Dumbledang pod? This delicious fruit is found only on Dinosaur Planet. You'll find them in sharp claw baskets and crates, or hanging in Dumbledang trees. Even baddies will sometimes drop them. Dumbledang! I love the names. What's the leader of all of the dinosaur army? Oh, I know. General Scales. You know, a thing that's on dinosaurs. These are the tasty puck eggs, a sharp claw delicacy. Don't worry, they are not dinosaur eggs. They come from the huge puck birds that the sharp claw breed just for this tasty snack. They were immediately creating like a system a hierarchy of significance. We have to calibrate the user expectation of like who we feel bad about eating the eggs of. It's like birds, that's fine. Dinosaurs, crossing the line, bro. It recharges my energy. Oh, and energy means health because my health just refilled, and the enemies are now back. That sound. Ooh. Here, give me a new one now that I've murdered them all. Yep. Are those ladders? Can I put this down or do I have to throw it? I might need this, but also want to talk to people. Well, screw it. Just get rid of this guy. Have you seen my staff?
You should leave this place. Scales has brought a great evil into the palace. To be extra safe, sneak around corners by holding down left trigger and moving in this. Okay, so
Sidestep mode? Do I also need to move slow? Sounds like this is the sneaky mode.
General Scales and his sharp claw army attacked. We tried to stop them, there were too many. To safely look around
Before you enter an area, press. Wait, what button? Oh, Z. Right, that's one of the weirder buttons on the GameCube controller. The asymmetrical button, in that it's not on the other side, but it is a bumper. See the head from head view? So oh. There's a first person camera. You can't walk around when you're in it though? No. It lets you take a look around. This like Anna Rolando place. Yeah, this is a ladder that works. Just takes me where I was already, but I just wanted to confirm it do what I think it do. Ah, I see where the bomb is needed, besides murder. Although the murder is welcome. No. So it'll be interesting to see how this game has aged, because I believe it was very not well received at the time, or at least its reputation is pretty brutal. But at the very least, I won't be like, ah, this isn't a Star Fox game. That's one alteration to the premise, I suppose. Excuse me. Crystal, you're gonna have some problems if you can't defeat small crates. Sorry about this, Triceratops. Oh, I didn't hit him that time. We got lucky just this once. Was there something down here? It's responsive at least, which is kind of a low bar, but doesn't feel aggressively dated in its actual controls yet. Which sometimes games immediately feel something. And you're like, oh, I see. This is just gonna be the background noise of the whole playthrough, is how weird this feels. The most obvious thing is definitely the lack of a right stick to control the camera, because they went and made it... Whoa! Ah, she has a put down prompt on these. Now you're thinking with the boxes from Portal. Oop. That thing went. Oh, it's still going! Physics. You cannot stand on top of the barrel thing. It kind of just acts like there's always something there. Look at that lighting effect. In fact, I don't think I commented on it because I was talking about other stuff in the start screen, but we got a close-up of Fox and saw that, like, this game had, like, a really... I don't know if detail's the right word, but it's, like, it's a detail, at least. The, attempt to render the fur on the characters, which has had mixed stuff. This is rare, so they did go on to make Viva Pinata, a game that also notably goes out of its way to render, let's call it the fur that is on pinatas, I guess. I'll call it pinata fur.
Keo Krisoa! Dude oe kutsak. Keo oho tudwo.
Nos ag oe kio grot kio tash kuf shoduk.
Neod no noho ukasbat. A shatu kat fo kutsak. No noho mucha shot. Oh.
Rek neok noho oe tedwo kutsoho.
Keo King Earthwalker. Shot itch
Why?
Hekas Kiash Shushat Fusuzo. Kutsimo Eve Keo Krizoa. Keo Krizoa. Oho Fuzo Fahax. Fenovic Rodru. Keo Rado Kevo K. Okudak. Naki Keo Fahax. A Kudak Ash 2.
Ach kutsoho jimokert atsute.
Moak. Etko Keo Fiho Eve Kutsuk. Sud Kubo Keo Kashk. Utko Keo Krisoa Shrine.
Stop it!
Etsu
Why?
Achatu. Semf Kuko Keep Pahab Coach. Ut Unoak Ue Hunut. Av Ue Jesut. Kiot Hokit Kemo. Amdek Huitwu Utun Kotso.
I thought he died halfway through the cutscene and she was talking to a corpse because his eyes closed and he just stopped moving. Did they say King Earthwalker in English when earlier the Windrunners were said in their language? Like, she didn't say Windrunner or whatever. I think it was Windrunner was the line. This is the Krizoa Shrine, Keitoto Mata. Entrance warp. Stand in the center and press A to enter the shrine. I'm under the assumption that they've never encountered English as a language, and that there's going to be some kind of first contact with Star Fox Squad at some point, or probably just Fox McCloud. But they're already saying things randomly in English, but they didn't just have the lines be in English, which they could have done too. It's a very interesting choice being made here. One of the only Rareware games I can think of with voice act. Oh, well, no. GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, obviously. But, like, I'm used to their dialogue sounds. You found your way into a Krizoa shrine, and within lies a Krizoa spirit. The spirits have been hidden, as they hold great powers. Power that, if in the wrong hands, could bring terror. But in the right hands, the spirits can bring peace. There are 6 spirits to find and return to Krizoa Palace. Krizoa Palace! If you can find the spirit within this shrine, they just capitalize random words, basically. They capitalized peaceful spirit earlier, and so I thought they were going to say that in English, but then he didn't. So it's like a fun game where you get to keep guessing how they're going to voice act each line. And complete its test, then it will be yours. I'm fixating on this not because I think it genuinely matters, but just because I find it very amusing. Just so we don't make a mistake about my point here. I'm not like, ah, game trash. They said Krizoa Palace. I'm just like, it's just very funny to me. Oh, yep. That was a big commitment to sliding too. But there does not appear to be like a run up ladders option, which has always been a funny thought. Ladder, but harder. It's like, well, why would I ever ladder but normal then? Who wants that? Oh, well, that was not the smartest moment for me. Stop, drop, and roll. Nope, not first person to roll. There we go. I did it. There you go, kids. That's how you avoid fire. You enter first person mode. But yeah, to this day, you play like, I played Werewolf the Apocalypse a few months ago, I think. And like, it's pretty normal to not bother with rendering fur. You kind of just make it a texture on their character model. It's like, those parts of the body are furry. Just believe us. But it's usually just like That's just the shape their character model is, and then you texture to look like fur even on modern stuff usually. So the rareware commitment to rendering the fur in some of these games is interesting as a through line. Haven't really played Viva Pinata. I always get like one session in like less than an hour, and I'm like, I don't think I get it. You do you, I guess. It's definitely one of those things where it's not familiar as being any of the things that I have gone to Rareware games for in the past. But admittedly, they have a variety of games, so. But also at that point, post grab by the Ghoulies and Microsoft, it's debatable whether they are Rareware at all. But I have a filtered experience. I like their 3D like platformers and their shooters, but I never cared about Killer Instinct or I never cared about Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country, or Blast Corps, I think it's called. Was our ear just vibrating? Did I imagine that? I think I just imagined something. Well, that looks dangerous. Let's touch it. Try not to go Chernobyl on me, please. The test of observation. Watch closely where I hide. When the urns stop moving, you must show me which urn I have hidden in the... We're gonna play Cup Game? Okay. We're gonna play Cup Game. It kind of looks like a Spirits Within alien. Oh, we're gonna play very slow Cup Game. There's something weird about that, watching that spin while the tentacles are all rigid instead of like flowing in some way. Cup Game. This is an interesting sign for the playthrough that episode 1 we're already playing Cup Game. The music's nice. Usually is. And that was the moment where Crystal died. We're now playing as that character, that spirit, for the rest of the game. Enjoy the Soma problem here, the conundrum. You collected the first Krazoa spirit. Man, this looks like a victorious pose, but the horrifying purple glowing eyes really cast a different light on the story. It will remain in your body until you take it to the Krazoa Palace. Okay, at least it goes out, where it will be released. Krazoa Palace. There it is.
Keo Shahedash, Boof Keo Fahash, Shufo Vem Kutsum, Rick Keo Ha Veno, Oho Ish Okash, Edko Niot Keo Fahak Osh Rud Hokujot, Sud Agro Ijot, Keishakev Kiash Nu.
Can I save yet? You're worrying me. Oh boy. Alright, at the end of this episode, I'm just gonna quit, I guess? And find out the hard way whether or not the save feature works. A downside of not voice acting stuff is that if I do get a little distracted by a thought, like, hey, does my saving work? I can miss the subtitles in the moment they pass by, and they weren't said out loud, so I'm like, oh, shit. Won't know what that says until I check later. Oh, they're just always glowing now. Am I the villain of this game? I look. Oh, her ear does a little. It does a twitch. I just saw it. It's that, like, there's a fly landing on my ear or something. Or, in case of dogs, like, my owner is blowing on my ear and I want him to stop. It seems pretty rare. Alright, that's long enough. I wasn't imagining it the first time, though. I know now. Oh, that's creepy. Okay, naming her Crystal may have been a little on the nose. Or should I say snout? Meanwhile, in a lost corner of the Lylat System, a Smash Brothers level was flying through the sky.
That should be it, Rob. Roll it.
Affirmative. I'll get back to work.
Hey, Fox! Isn't this music getting on your nerves? I'm trying to work on my maps.
Okay, old timer. Turn it down, Slippy. Hey! Slippy, it's General Pepper.
General Pepper here! I have a new mission for you, Fox. You are approaching Dinosaur Planet, an ancient world on the edge of the Lylat System. As you will see, chunks of the planet have been torn from its surface. It's your job to get them back. If Dinosaur Planet explodes, it could affect the entire Lylat System. The only lead we have is that you must locate the Queen of the Earthwalker dinosaur tribe. Maybe she can help you further. Either way, your fee has been approved. If you are successful, then the money will be forwarded to you immediately. Pepper out!
You heard the General. Let's do it.
That shared look of, oh yeah, we're getting paid, now we care. Only when that gets mentioned. Alright, so now our adventure do really begin. They're just, wait. Oh, wow. That's just you can just very clearly see a level on that one. Oh yeah. That one just makes it the most obvious, I guess. That's quite a scale that I wasn't expecting. Yeah, a bunch of chunks of planet are coming off. Can you give them back, please? Please?